Good evening, guys, and welcome to the Football Fan Zone. Welcome back to the channel. You're welcome to this the Football Fan Zone with me, Timber Banks. And please, if you are new to the channel, please kindly click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so whenever we upload content, you'll always be the first to actually get notified. Now on this evening, this show before because I'm doing a watch along, so and that was why I came online early. I just want to just talk about a few things here, guys. Like you can see on the thumbnails, it says get rid of VAR now because I really cannot understand a device that was actually brought into football to help officiating, to help the referees officiate games properly, and yet we don't even get to see them. Same goes for Michael Oliver. I'm going to talk about Michael Oliver as well. I'll be talking about Nicholas Jackson because for me, I believe it's a waste of space. Then I'll also be talking about Ten Hag. That guy is a disgrace. I'm sorry. That guy called Ten Hag is actually a fucking disgrace. Honestly. And this is something we've been seeing time after time, season after season, game after game. The same thing never changes. And it doesn't make any sense to me. And that is why I said sack Ten Hag regardless. Even with the fact that they got to the final, I would still sack Eric Ten Hag. I will still sack Eric Ten Hag. Make it make sense to me, guys. How do you have a manager who has a team that earns over 2.2 million pounds every week? A team that earns 2.2 million pounds playing against a club that earns by they all earn 200,000 pounds in a week. Coventry, they all earn 200 million pounds. Sorry, 200,000 pounds in a week. And you have Manchester United, whereby their players earns over 2.2 million pounds. And they could not be asked. They could not be asked to play a game. They could not be asked to perform for their club. It makes absolutely no sense to me, guys. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a disgrace. It's a shame. I'm also going to be talking about uh, Arsenal. They're back on top. They're back on top. Now, first of all, I said something about getting rid of Vieira, and I've been saying it because it seems in England, VAR does absolutely nothing. Because if there's a league, if there's a league out there whereby they've actually been having issues with VAR, it's the Premiership. If there's a league out there, they've been having issues with the Premiership and with VAR, it is Premiership. And I do not understand why are they having issues with this. Okay, now I watched the match between Chelsea versus Man City. Chelsea, I've seen people going after what's his name, Nicolas Jackson, talking about saying it's a waste of space, is wasteful and blah blah blah. Yes, I know. I'm going to come to that as well. But guys, that does not change the fact that Chelsea were robbed. It doesn't. No matter any which way we are trying here to, um, you know, change matters, try to make matters seem fairly like cover everything. Like it doesn't make any sense. Chelsea were robbed in that match yesterday against Man City. Chelsea should actually be going through. Chelsea should be going through. But because we have officiating in the Premiership, whereby nobody seems to be taking responsibility. I've said this thing severally. Who is keeping these guys or who is holding them accountable for the errors and mistakes they make? Because VAR and stupid Pratt referees like Michael Oliver, Anthony Taylor, Paul Tierney, they are killing football. I'm sorry, they are killing football. So tell me, how do you have people that was watching from at home, like I could clearly see that that ball on Jack Grealish was a foul and that was a penalty. And yet, Michael Oliver did not give it as a pen. Now, guys, understand where I'm coming from, guys. I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I want to say, okay, it's fine and good. Probably Michael Oliver did not see it. Let's just say Michael Oliver did not see it, and that was why he was not able to make a proper call. So, in what world are we living in? Where does VAR check that and still believe that was not a penalty? It's madness. And the worst thing is this, man, it is killing football. It is killing football. It is. Then you have the same incident that happened between Manchester City versus Chelsea. That was not a pen against Man U versus Coventry. It was a pen. For me, I honestly believe both of them were a penalty. But if you're not going to blow, if you're not going to give Chelsea as a pen, then if you're not going to give Jack Grealish as a pen, you cannot be giving that as a pen for United as well. Sometimes there needs to be accountability in this league. This club are killing football, and I don't know why. Nobody seems to be holding them responsible. And it makes absolutely no sense, guys. It's a shame. It's actually a disgrace. Honestly, it is actually a disgrace that we have one of the best leagues in the world. Officiating is very, very poor. I've also taken my time to check that goal against Manchester United. That Coventry goal, that goal was never an upside. Coventry were robbed. They were robbed. Coming to yesterday, Everton playing Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had three clear stonewall penalty. Clear stonewall penalty. Yet they did not get one. And what happened? They ended up losing the game. Then you have a manager who is frustrated that he has lost some points because the PGMOL have added or have caused them to lose a point. Come out to show a frustration. Then you have Pratt, useless people like Pondi that call themselves Gary Neville, who is being paid by Sky Sports, can't even come outside, to defend the fans or defend the manager. What did he do? He came outside and did the same exact thing we know they will always do. Cover each other's acts. Coming to say, like the fact that Nottingham Forest could come and complain is not right. That is madness. It's madness. Because sometimes ex pundits, legend football players are the people whereby we that should be talking for fans. They should be the one that sometimes talks for the fans. But you don't get to see that. You see the opposite. For one, I don't understand in what word will a manager be complaining after a decision has cost him a game. He has every right to actually complain. So I don't understand what made Gary Neville feels that the Nottingham Forest coach does not have the right to actually complain. And it's a shame. It is honestly a shame. They must do better. And I've been saying it. If there's a way they can be holding these referees into accountability, whereby you mess up, you ruin a game, it's either you throw them down to demote them to the championship. Because we cannot have referees ruin this game for fans, game in, game out, causing people, causing club points. We can be saying, yeah, Liverpool should be topping the league because they've denied Liverpool 3 points. Wolverhampton should have more 10 points. But because you have stupid referees, and it pains me that it is the smaller teams that gets to suffer for this crap. It's a shame. You have Nottingham Forest whereby they've deducted points from them. They are still trying all they can to make sure they get how many points they can get so that they can survive relegation. But because you have Pratt officiating and you have useless people at the back of VAR, I was saying to my friend, I said, so I wonder what do they watch on the VAR? I think they watch porn on their VAR. Because you cannot tell me that you are basically looking at the game. I'm sure probably are watching porn. That's what they're doing. It's crazy. They watch porn up. It's annoying, man. It's crazy. People need to do better. They need to be held accountable for their mistakes. And that's it. Now, coming to Ten Hag. I said sack him regardless. And I would sack Ten Hag. And the reason why I would sack Ten Hag is this, guys. You cannot have a team like Manchester United who have players that gets paid £350,000, 250. Like I said, those teams collectively they earn £2.2 million in a week. And you have Coventry, a championship side. They are not even your Leeds United. They are not your Ipswich. They are not your Leicester City that are doing well in the championship. They, for crying out loud, these guys are 8 on the table. 8 on the table. And yet, they came to Wembley. Ten Hag was 3-0 up. Like how you go from 3-0 up to fighting for the game, fighting for your life. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. That was a win that felt like a loss. And you could see it from them. You could see it from the reaction. That was a win that that had everything as a loss. Honestly, and it's a shame that we have crap people managing this game, ruining everything for people. You are playing very well. Marcus Rashford was rubbish the entire 90 minutes. He was rubbish for the whole 90 minutes. Rashford was rubbish. Because I have people that want to defend Ten Hag talking about the players are not good enough. Guys, who is playing those people? Who is choosing them? Because Ten Hag, people want to say it is not his players. Ten Hag did not sign them. But yet again, those players Ten Hag did not sign are the ones that Ten Hag are using to save his job. He's using those guys he did not sign to save his fucking job. It's a fucking disgrace, man. It's a fucking disgrace. The game was fine. Everything was going properly. You took out a player that was actually in the game, that was doing the best he can in the game. You took him out, and yet Marcus Rashford was still left on the pitch. Rashford that could not be asked. Rashford that was crap all the entire 90 minutes. Amad Diallo came into the game. Amad Diallo came, sorry, came into the game, and in 16 seconds, Amad Diallo came into the game, and in 16 seconds, he was able to do what Marcus Rashford did not do for the entire 90 minutes. And you have people want to put blame just on the players. The fact that a team goes from 3-0 up to 3-3, I'm sorry, it's on the manager, guys. Can't tell me that. You took out Garnacho. You brought in, Anthony, I think. You considered a goal. Then this stupid manager comes and take out Kobe Mino and brought in Ericsson. Now, you are having a midfield of Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, and Ericsson. So who is playing the CDM role? Because Casemiro was playing as a centre back. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because I just want you to understand people that have been like, oh, Ten Hag, I want to get your point. I want to like understand your view, where you are coming from. I want to reason with you guys. The players is not good enough. They have to go. Some people tell you that. But when you want to have that conversation with them, they don't want to have it. I was saying to one, I said, okay, partially, I agree with you. Ten Hag did not sign them. But Ten Hag gave a new contract to Marcus Rashford. Because the thing is this, if Ten Hag had said, I don't want him, it's not in my plan, the same way he got rid of Ronaldo, he could have actually do the same thing with Marcus Rashford. He would have. He could actually do it. The same way he handled Sancho, handled Ronaldo, handled De Gea. He could have done the same thing if he wants to Rashford. Gave him a new contract, a very high contract at that. So you tell me, how is Rashford keep playing every time and then, whereby he has been rubbish, he has been crap? We could see. Everybody could actually see that Rashford is not good enough. He's not having it. He doesn't care. Like, and in that Manchester United midfield, I'll tell you guys, Andre Onana will do a better job in that midfield. This team in that midfield of Man United. If I was Ten Hag, I'm sorry, I'll play Belinda and I'll play Onana as my 10. He would do a better job than Bruno Fernandes. Andre Onana will do a better job in the midfield role than all those crap man you have in the midfielders. Yet again, we want to blame the players. But these players are also not being coached. They're not being coached. Now, anybody says, I honestly don't care if Bruno plays as a goalkeeper. Just get a win, draw by any means necessary. And that is where the standard of the club is. Whereby you are leading 3-0. Guys, if that was Man City that was leading 3-0 in the first half, we all know it to get to 7 or 8. Even Arsenal will get to 7, 8. Chelsea will get to 6. We saw it against Burnley. Everton. It got to 6. Arsenal, it will go to 6, 7. Then you have a Manchester United team. All you need to just do is just score one goal. Just score one goal. And everybody, their heads are down. It's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. And it tells you, to what level the club football is at. That is what it shows you. To what level the club football is it. But I'm not having this crap. I'm not having it telling me about the players are not good enough. Their mentality are not good. Guys, no, I'm not having it. I am not having it. I am not having it, guys. Because the reason why I said I'm not having it is that I always give you instances. I've given you guys instances of Xavi Alonso going to Bayer Leverkusen. These guys are where they were 17th on the table on the course of going to relegation, guys. 18 months later, he's taking the league from Bayern Munich and he's still unbeaten. 18 months later, when Henry came into Aston Villa, they were 18th on the table. But yet, where are they now? They are in the Champions League spot and they are in the semi-final of Conference League. Guys, those are how you know a good, proper manager. Ten Hag has been backed. You will not tell me he has been backed. 400 million pounds. That is what that clan has spent so far. Like I said to my friend, I said, any person that is still Ten Hag in, I'm sorry, any person that is Ten Hag in actually is an enemy of that football club. Dave Moyes says no one is safe at Manchester United. After this season, so much interested stars to go. Rashford top of the list. One thing I've been saying is this, man, and I've been saying for a very long time. If Man U believes or they want to have a change in their team, guys, at least they need to make some big calls. And those big calls need to start with the likes of Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Luke Shaw, Martial. Because when you get people talking about Martial, it's injury prone, it's injury prone, it's injury prone. But yet they don't talk about Luke Shaw. I can tell you that Martial have played more games than Luke Shaw as a player of Manchester United. I'm sure of that. They need to buy proper players. Honestly, United should do well against Liverpool. And when Arsenal was not at their best, still gave top team a damn even more so at home. Now, it says Ralfnick pointed out that Manchester United needs to get some levels of control in matches. He pointed it out, but what did we see? Because you brought in a man like Ten Hag that said that believes he knows what it's all about, he knows everything, or it does not need this guy. If I continue talking about Ten Hag, I will not end. You guys know. Now, Chelsea. I'm sorry, Chelsea need to go. They need to do whatever they can to get a striker. And the rest of this guy, I know it will be kind of funny. I'm criticizing the guy, but I honestly believe there's a potential in that guy, Jackson. I honestly believe there's a potential in him. I honestly believe all they just need is time. But right now, they don't have that time. They need a proper striker. They need a proper striker. If Anthony would do a job, if Anthony would do a job, even I don't rate Osimhen because I believe he's overrated. I still believe he might also do something, but he has been quiet in Napoli. But Chelsea need to go out there and get a a proper striker that can put the goal in the back of the net. You put a player like Rasmus Højlund in that game yesterday against Man City. Chelsea are winning that match. And I've been saying this for Chelsea need to get a striker, and I don't think this guy is ready as yet. Honestly, he's not ready as yet. He's not. Now, when I talk about the fact that Manchester City have bought the Premiership, people want to think I don't know what I'm talking about, but I actually know what I'm saying, and it's the fact. Because if there's a team in the Premiership that I've never, been getting done by, it's Man City. It's them. They get things going at their favor. One thing that I will never understand, and like I said, I'm still shocked. The fact that the referee, Michael Oliver, looked at that and said it's not a pen. He should be sacked. But we all know what will happen. Mark, Mark Klottenberg and what's his name? Howard Webb. All they will come do is defend their own. And Michael Owen, you a fucking disgrace. You like Michael Owen is a disgrace. Owen is a disgrace. The fact that he looked at that, the fact alone, he looked at that and said that was not a pen. Guys, it's nonsense. That this is our problem. We don't have any level of control in matches, and that is down to the manager. And that's what I've been talking about. I've been saying it. Ten Hag game management is zero. Man management is zero. He does not even have the mentality. And when you have a manager, he needs to go. You guys need to sack him. But you see, have people that say, no, no, it's not his fault. Ten Hag, you are Ten Hag in. When they want to tell you, they tell you about they they've gone to final twice in in a row. They've gone to FA Cup final twice in a row. And they are forgetting that Ten Hag is doing all this thing in an era where every club and everybody is rubbish. Honestly. And the thing is, you get English media wanting to make you understand that Premiership is the best league in the world. But they are so fucking deluded that they forget that they are saying Premiership is the best league in the world because they don't have proper teams that can actually fight Man City for the trophy. They don't. They do not. Ten Hag has thrown Rashford under the bus. The performance was absolutely appalling, and he deserves to be benched for the rest of the season. Like, guy, I mean, like you're using the wrong word. You can't say he has thrown him under the bus. You can't say that because that's not what I'm seeing here. Rashford is Ten Hag's star boy. Look at it. If you blame Ten Hag, if you blame Eric Ten Hag and not the players, you are part of the issues. This mistake has been going for years. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Ten Hag has been giving 400 million pounds to sign players. The players he has signed, how many times have we seen them play? Because what they tell you is these are not his players. But yet Ten Hag keeps playing them. Because these same players, somehow, somewhere, get scrappy results that get to keep Ten Hag in his job. Just look at it. Look at it again. Sorry, guys. Most of the blame goes to the players here who are not good enough. Eric Ten Hag is not perfect, of course, but the crux of the issue here is players. We have to bench. We have no bench to speak of. You see what I'm talking about, guys? You see? You see what I'm saying? The standard of football, the standard in that club have dropped. And that's why you have people like Rashford do what they do and they say it's world class. It's good enough. And somebody will be telling me that PSG are desperate. PSG don't want Rashford. What are they going to do, Rashford? Guys, did you watch that boy called Bacola play against Barcelona? Bacola. Then you think PSG will Rashford will get a playing time in PSG. Come on. Let's be realistic here, guys. Let's be realistic here. Honestly, we have to be, we have to be realistic because it's a shame and a disgrace. Let me take one more text for go. Uh, Anyone saying anything I should leave, we need players out, not the manager. But you guys are also forgetting something. Do you guys think you have the funds that is required to actually kick players out of the club? Do you think you have the funds? That is a question you guys also don't even seem to be asking yourself. Do you think you really have the funds to get rid of 10 players and bring in 10 players? I saw my Grubby today making video about how Inos want to raise 300 million pounds to sign players. From where, guys? From where? We can say Eric in or out, but let's be honest. We won't go anywhere with until the Glazers are gone, which won't happen. Blind faith and trust in Sir Jimmy. That's the fact. Spot on. One thing is that when you have people come outside to see something, he got annihilated for that. Ronaldo came outside, made an interview with Piers Morgan, said the club's owner does not give a fuck about the fans, about the club, about the players. What did they do? The same fans now went after him. Now they've come to understand that what Ronaldo said is the truth, whereby there was an opportunity to cash in £7 billion, whereby the Manchester United is not even worth £4 million. Yet they were able to turn down £7 billion from Qatar to take Inos 1.29 billion. Because that was what they wanted. They wanted investment. They never had the intention of selling the club. They never did. I was even saying at that point, I said, I don't think Glazers are ready or willing to actually sell this club. They're not ready. They're not. Now, Mitchell says, until we sell Rashford, the team will not improve. Even Sergio Meracli covered more KM in the marathon than what Rashford did today. Rashford was rubbish, I'm sorry. That guy was rubbish, man. It's not good enough. Ten Hag shot himself in the foot by getting rid of Ronaldo. His winning mentality and leadership is what's missing now. Even when Ronaldo was there, they never cared. They never cared. They never. It was a strange game. We had control for some 5 minutes and we have to give Coventry a compliment for what they did in the last 50 minutes. We lack discipline there. Ten Hag deluded. It is in Rashford's contract, plus it needs to be a secret. Otherwise, the club gets fined by Rash. Imagine. So he needs to be playing. If he do not play, you guys get fined. Ten Hag may go and a new manager will come in, but even after the new manager is gone, one thing is for sure: Rashford will continue to start. A project they built a project around him now. If you are a Ten Hag out, you know nothing about the game. This set of players has cost how many managers their job. Same thing will happen to even Zidane, Pep, and Klopp. Remove the poison ASAP, not Ten Hag. Now let me shock you now for a minute, guys. From what you said now, they've gotten rid of other managers. Other managers have been able to play these guys because they were never backed. Mourinho, in his first season, he won Community Shield, he won the Carling Cup, and I think he won the Europa League. Because you get stupid people, some deluded fan base of Manchester United, telling you that Ten Hag is overachieving. But you have a manager like Mourinho, he came in his first season, he won 3 trophies, Community Shield, Carling Cup, and the Europa League. In his that season, It took second. It took second. The following season now, they did not back him. He wanted some players gone. They did not sell them. Still did not back him. But Ten Hag, what is Ten Hag excuse? Ten Hag have been given 400 million pounds, guys. People want to tell you that Ten Hag did not spend the money, blah blah blah. Guys, he has been given 400 million pounds to sign players, and yet you see those players you guys are saying are not good enough. Those players that are not good enough. Those are the players Ten Hag is using to save his job. And that's the fact. So your point does not really make sense to me. It does not. Big up for Fun Arena. Good one. And please do not forget to please subscribe, guys. Do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for subscribing, man. Thanks for subscribing, Samuel. Thanks for subscribing. I think Rashford has a playing time that has to be met in his contract. Where it is not met, they will pay him a significant amount of money because his selection and being kept for 90 minutes is baffling. And that's something somebody said it earlier. And there's every possibility it might be truth. Because we might be here saying there's no way such thing will happen, but there's every possibility. It might be truth. That's the thing. I'll be back here, guys. I'll be doing a watch along for the Milan derby. It's Inter Milan are facing AC Milan. I'll just freshen up. I will come back for the watch along. And guys, please, if you're new, it's your first time coming to the channel, please do not forget hit the subscribe button, guys. And also, please share to your friends. Please share them to your social media platform as well. I'll see you guys probably in 20 minutes. Thank you guys for watching, man. I'll be back now for the watch along.